Hallo, goedemiddag. Guess what? I got tagged. I have seen the perfect palette tag going round, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna wait till someone tags me. And I waited. And I waited, and I waited. And then there was Rachel. And if you don't know Rachel, Rachel goes by under many different names. We have Rachel Whitehurst, we have 87 Days Before, we have I Call It Ambrosia, we have Rachel. Girl! So I want to thank Rachel for actually tagging me. She skipped me once. Now she knows. So today I am here to do the perfect palette tag, and in this tag you get 8 questions. So you get 8 questions about palettes, and then you have to choose your answer with a palette, and then you show people your palettes. Okay, so enough blabber. Here we go for more blabber about palettes. First question is best packaging. It's a tie for Urban Decay's Glinda palette because it's so majestical. Look at it. It has sort of like a light galaxy on it. And then when you open it, look at that. Will ya look at that? I love the entire feel of this packaging. It's just so damn gorgeous. I love this packaging, but I also love Benefit's world famous neutrals palette. And there you have Inessa. This girl right here is called Inessa, and I love this packaging as well. It's so cutesy, and it's even a little bit retro, and I'm a digger for packagings like this. So it's gotta be a tie between my Glinda palette and the world famous neutrals palette. Question number 2, best color payoff. Easy. This is actually not a palette that you can buy. I actually put it together myself. You can get them in a palette with all of these colors. Welcome to my Z palette, where I put my sugar pill colors in. One of my friends, Joyce, she got a palette with all the sugar pill colors in one palette from Sugar Pill itself. So it does exist in a palette, but I just put it in my Z palette. But the best color payoff, hands down, is for Sugar Pill. Whenever I need to do a bright look, I just instantly go to my Sugar Pill colors because you cannot go wrong with them. They're so pigmented. They're so bright, vivid, amazing, matte. I love them. Sugar Pill eyeshadows are the bomb. Question number 3 is most versatile. It kind of depends if you're a neutral kind of person or you're a bright colored person. If you're a neutral person, I highly suggest the LetzMakeup eyeshadow palette in number 1. You can see the pan porn on it. I use this till death. When I run out of most of the colors, I will purchase a new one because this palette has been with me for so long and it has never left me in the rain, in the cold. I love this, and if you're a neutral lover, this is the most versatile product ever because you have your warm browns, your cooler browns, your black, your highlighting colors, your blending blah blah blah. But if you're a colorful person, I would say just go for the Sugar Pill palette because then color until you die, basically. This, of course, is a little bit hardcore for every day. So maybe then the Urban Decay Glinda palette because it has neutral colors, but it also has a purple and a pink and sort of silvery duochrome colors. So it's kind of what type of person you are. Next question is best for traveling. Again, I would go for my LetzMakeup eyeshadow palette in number 1, or my newfound love is the Bobbi Brown Rich Chocolate palette, which is also a neutrals palette, but it has a shimmery color, and oh, I love this palette so much. It is so amazing. So best for traveling. Again, if you're a neutral kind of person, then I think I would go for the Bobbi Brown one. It's smaller, it's less thick than the LetzMakeup one. I think I would go for the Bobbi Brown one. Biggest regret. Now hold your panties, now hold your socks because they're about to drop off. Don't hate! I will never understand the hype about the Naked palettes. I try so hard to understand, and I understand about the first Naked palette, the first one, Naked palette number 1, but the second, it's just, look at the shadows. They look untouched. You know why? Because I never touched them. Yes, it's a fun palette. Yes, you have your beautiful shimmery colors and everything, but like 2 eyeshadows in this palette are matte. You cannot You cannot do an entire look with shimmery colors. You cannot. It doesn't work because it doesn't work. It is so overhyped. I cannot get over it. Next question is best color names. Best color names have to go to Benefit, because if I just tell you the names of the world famous neutrals palette, we have Call My Buff, we have Kiss Me, I'm Tipsy, we have It's Complicated, and we have Guilt E Pleasure. And that's just for those 4 colors right there. And I really love that. And then also the Too Faced Natural Eye. It has really good names. You have Velvet Revolver, Sexpresso, Push Up, Erotica, Honey Pot, Cacao Puff. Okay, the next question is least used. I'm so sorry for all the naked lovers out there. I have tried it with this palette. I have like purposely put it on my desk to use it, and I would just shove it away because I didn't want to. And again, if you look at the shadows, they almost look untouched. It's because I almost don't touch them. The only colors of the Naked 2 that I really like are Chopper, but that has followed like no other. I really like Verve and IDK, but other than that, I tried. The next question is number 8, which is most used, most loved, and Desert Island. And with that, I think they mean that you have to name one palette, your most used palette, your most loved palette, and the palette that you ultimately would bring to a desert island if you would end up being there. This was hard for me because I had to choose between my 2 babies, and that were my Bobbi Brown Rich Chocolate palette or my Viseart eyeshadow palette number 1. The Viseart eyeshadow palette in number 1 is, this is my child. I would adopt this as my child. I would keep it as my child. I want it as my child. So my most loved, most used, and what would accompany me on a desert island would be the Viseart eyeshadow palette number 1, just because you have your cooler shades, your warmer shades, your blending shades, your highlight shades. I love this palette. I am going to leave a list in my info box on the people who I want to tag, and I'm going to tweet them. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a list in my info box so you can see that below who I tag. Of course, if you're a viewer and you watch this and you want to do this tag, please do it. I tag you. We do not have video responses here on YouTube anymore, but you can tweet it at me or you can Facebook me that you made it, and then I will check it out. So thank you guys so much for watching. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Kik, and Vine. That all is Nikkietutorials. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what your perfect palettes are. Thank you so much, and bye-bye!